This is my fish tank. It's about 30 gallons, 125 litres. I've took out all my plastic plants and decided to put live plants in. I did this about 5 weeks ago, and I realised then that you need a good CO2 input into the tank for your plants. So I started off with a cheap one, I'll show you that later, and then I've moved on to this F-Zone CO2 generator. It makes its own CO2, and I've fitted it all in now. I've gone through the process. I'm not very good at explaining things, but the instructions are there. It's pretty easy. I'll just show you it now. Hi all, I got my new CO2 generator, arrived yesterday. It's all to be put together, but I'm quite pleased. I think the instructions are reasonably easy, but we'll find out. But I'm replacing my a simple system that I've got on now. I'll show you. I'm going to be replaced with this, whereas I can make my own CO2 and should last quite a while. This is the one I've been using. It's a very simple method. It's just pressurised CO2 in a can. You wire it up then and your dispenser's there, and just once a day you give it a press. Oops. And you watch for the bubble there. That's it. And as I say, all that's done with a can. It's quite easy, but of course you'll have to keep buying the cans. So I bought the new one. Anyway, I'm going to put it together and see if we can make it work. Right, we start with adding 600 to 800 grams of bicarbonate soda, and then the same with the citric acid. So I've got my scales there, I've got my bicarb in there, and it's all to be put into the cylinder, the generator there. So I'll do that and then we'll add the water. Putting the bicarb in was a bit difficult. It's I spilled quite a lot, as you can see, but putting the citric acid in is a lot easier. Get these in and then we'll put the water in. Oops. It's a good job my wife's out just now, or I'd be in trouble making a mess in her kitchen. Right, before I add the water, it said make sure that you make sure the thread's clean there. And then I'll clean all this away. And then we'll put the water in, which has to be done held at 45 degrees. Right, that's all in now. We've just got to put the water in. And I say clean the top, especially around the thread there, so you don't get nothing sticking. I've got my water there in the thing, 900 mils, because this is the bigger one. It's the 4 litre one. Now it says I have to hold it at an angle to pour it in, so I'll try my best like this. I can just about see it. I'll pour the water in. It says on the instructions, do not shake. Just put the top in and then leave within an hour it should start pressurising. So I've got my valve there now, and I'll put it in. I can feel it blowing up out of there now. Do not over screw it, says, so, but don't have it slack. So there you go. We talk with the light at the back, isn't it? Just in the first place. But as I say, I've got the water in now, and you can see the pressure gauge. Now it's got to go up into that green, in the middle of the green, and then you've got the pressure in there. And I say, when I was screwing the top in there, that I could feel it pushing up. So I reckon within an hour that should be alright. And then we put the rest of it together. So after half an hour, we're nearly halfway up there on the gauge. It's showing whatever PSI, I'm not bothered about that one. So then we've added the diffuser, sorry, the solenoid, that's the solenoid then. Add the solenoid, and then we've got the bubble counter which we put on top of there. And of course then I've got to get my pipe work all done, because the pipe work go in the top there and into the tank. I don't know, that's tight enough. I'll have another look at that, it's got to be tightened up yet. Yeah, so just a case of tightening up, I took with my fingers. And I didn't notice I put the water in the bubble counter. You fill it to 3/4, and then my airline's got to go into that, so I'll cut all that then, and then I'll show it again when we're ready to fit it into the tank. That needle needs to be up in the middle there. I'll get to that anyway. Right, so the pressure's still going up. I want to get that to halfway. The bubble counter's on. All I've got to do now is put the air line into there, in the top, and then into the fish tank with the diffuser on the end. So I'll leave that another hour, and then I'll show you putting it into the tank. Here it is, all set up now. It's in my cabinet. It's the larger one. It's the 4 litre. I've connected it up to the tank, and as you can see, I've got the bubbles going up. Just a bit too fast is that. Must be about 2 bubbles per second. 2, 1, 2. And then I'll take it up to the tank, and we'll see it coming out of the diffuser in the tank. See the bubbles coming up out of the diffuser there. That's the CO2 going in. Come out that way, you. Come on. Blue boy's looking at it as well now. But yeah, that seems to be working alright now. He likes to get his picture taken.